Yow, yow, yow. What up, what up, what up, my betting family? We back with another video here at No Limit Bets for the NBA slate of March 19th, 2023. Before we get started, though, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 500 subscribers, and we're less than 10 subscribers away from hitting that mark. So let's go ahead and get it done in today's video, y'all. If you guys are new, just hit that subscribe button, man. As always, definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. I'm going to be bringing out my top 6 picks for today's or tonight's NBA slate of games. Just to do a quick recap of the picks that we posted on yesterday's video. We pretty much had a neutral losing day, however you want to look at it. We were only able to go 3-3 on our picks as Sabonis was able to hit his over points and rebounds. Jacob Poeltl was barely just got over. We took his over 10.5 rebounds. He gets it done with 11. And then we took the under on RJ Barrett's 27.5 PRAs. He pretty much barely gets the under at 27. But his line did drop once the news came out that Jalen Brunson was going to be in the lineup in yesterday's game. I think it dropped from 27.5 PRAs to like 24 PRAs or 24.5. But for those who, hit the over on the 24.5, congrats to y'all for greeting that pick. And then the other three that weren't able to hit, we took Pal Carroll over 20.5 points. He only ends up with 12. We took MPJ over 15.5 points. He only ends up with 11. And then the last one, we took Buddy Hield over 17.5 points, and he only ends up with 13. So a 3-3 day, definitely neutral or losing, like I said, however you want to look at it. So we definitely want to get back, to our winning ways here. So let's go ahead and hop into my top 6 picks of today's NBA slate of games. For my first pick, I'm going to be going to the points and assists category, and I'm going to be taking Spencer Dinwiddie over 26.5 points and assists. Now, over the last 7 games, Denver is allowing the second most points per game and second most assists per game to opposing point guards. So they've been struggling here lately to guard the opposing point guards. Obviously, Jamal Murray is not known to be a great defender at all. And KCP, who is their best perimeter defender, is more than likely going to be matched up against Mikal Bridges. So I think this is a good spot for Spencer Dinwiddie to get his. Also, overall, over his last 10 games, Dinwiddie has been averaging 19.9 points per game and 9.2 assists per game, which comes out to 29.1 points and assists, which is, above this line. And then the earlier matchup, which was not too long ago, I believe it was like a week ago, he ended up, Spencer Dinwiddie ended up with 31 points and assists. He had 15 points and 16 assists. Now, obviously, the 16 assists, I don't expect him to get 16 assists, but I could see, a line of 17-10 or 20-7, somewhere around there for him to get it done for us. So I'm going to be rocking with Spencer Dinwiddie over 26.5 points and assists for my first pick. For my second pick, I'm going to be going to the points category. I'm going to go to the Suns and OKC game, and I'm going to be taking SGA over 30.5 points. Now, as you guys can see, over his last 5, he's averaging well above this line at 34, going over in 4 out of the last 5 games. The lone one that he missed was their last game against a very good defensive team in Toronto, where he ended up with 29 points. Now, for this game, there is going to be no DeAndre Ayton. He's out due to an injury. Also, SGA has not played the Suns at all this season. The last time he played the Suns was obviously last season. And in those two games last season against the Suns, he had 29 points in one game and 32 in their last meeting last season. So he seems to, have come close, if not gone above this number last season. But over the last 15 games, the Suns are allowing the seventh most points per game to opposing point guards. And for the season, the Suns are allowing the fourth most points per game to opposing shooting guards. I listed both just because he's more of a combo guard. Sometimes they use him as a point guard. Sometimes they use Josh Giddey, bringing down the ball. But either way, it looks to be a good matchup for him. Also, like I mentioned, there is going to be no DeAndre Ayton, which is the Suns, paint protector. I know that they have, Biscat Biombo and whatnot, but I don't think that's going to slow down SGA from getting his points today. And I expect a big, scoring game from him today. So I'm going to be rocking with SGA over 30.5 points for my second pick. For my third pick, I'm going to go to the points and rebounds category. And I'm going to go down to the Spurs and Hawks game. And I'm going to be taking Clint Capella over 23.5 points and rebounds. Now, since joining the Hawks, a few years back, Capella has gone over in every matchup against the Spurs since joining the Hawks. And that has been a total of 5 games. Now, in those 5 games, he's had 25 points and rebounds, 45, 24, 24, and 26. Now, the 26 points and rebounds did come in the earlier matchup this season versus these two teams. And over the last 7 games, the Spurs are allowing the second most points per game and 8th most rebounds per game to opposing centers. So all in all, he's had a good track record against the Spurs. And also here recently, the Spurs have been struggling. Well, really not recently. Throughout the whole season, they struggled against, guarding opposing centers. So I think this is a good matchup for him. So I'm going to be rocking with Clint Capella for my third pick over 23.5 points and rebounds. For my fourth pick, I'm going to go to rebounds and assists category. I'm going to be going down to the Toronto Raptors and Milwaukee Bucks game. And I'm going to be taking Giannis Antetokounmpo over 17.5 rebounds and assists. Now, against the Raptors, or in his last 11 games against the Raptor, he's gone over this line in 9 out of those 11 games. And then their last game, or their most recent game this season, Giannis had 21 rebounds and 10 assists. So well above this line. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that Giannis is going to, have the same 21 rebounds and 10 assists. But I could definitely see him, getting 13 rebounds, 5 assists, somewhere around there, probably even more rebounds to a little bit less assists. But I definitely see him go over 17.5, rebounds and assists. Now, for the season, the Raptors are allowing the 5th most assists per game and the 7th most rebounds per game to opposing power forwards. And this should fare well for Giannis, which the rebounds we already know with Giannis. I believe he's going to get his. And as far as in the assists, I believe that they're going to, kind of build a quote unquote wall as they've been playing him. The Raptors have to for Giannis to be able to kick out the balls, driving kicks and whatnot, to be able to get his assists. So I think this is a good spot as well for Giannis to get 18 rebounds and assists for us. The points, they have him, I believe, 31.5. Raptors are a great defensive team, man. They also added Jacob Poeltl. I know he's not much of a defensive, center, but all in all, they have a lot of length that they could throw at Giannis. So I'm not too confident on his points. I know, obviously, he can get it done. Him being Giannis, we all know what he's capable of. But I'm more comfortable picking the rebounds and assists category for him as he's had a good track record against them in the rebounds and assists category. And also the Raptors defense has been struggling against power forwards in those categories. So I'm going to be rocking with Giannis over 17.5 rebounds and assists for my fourth pick. For my fifth pick, I'm going to go to back to the points and rebounds category. I'm going to go to the earliest game on the slate, the Nets against the Nuggets. And I'm going to be taking Nikola Jokic over 37.5 points and rebounds. Now, over the last 15 games, pretty much since, the trade deadline, where the Nets pretty much changed up their whole roster at the trade deadline. So over the last 15 games, the Nets are allowing the fourth most points per game and the second most rebounds to game to opposing centers. Obviously, they have Nicholas Claxton down there. He's a good athletic big. He doesn't obviously have the size as Jokic. That's one of the reasons why I like this. Also, in their earlier matchup, which was, I believe, a week ago, like I mentioned with the Spencer Dinwiddie prop, they did play about a week ago. And in that game, Jokic ended up with 55 points and rebounds, and then with 35 points and 20 rebounds. Now, again, I'm not saying he's going to have another game where he has a 30 and 20, but obviously we just need 38 points and rebounds. So I could definitely see, a 13 to 15 rebound game and a 25 plus point performance from him to get it done for us. So all in all, I don't think the Nuggets have really anybody to contain Jokic. So I'm going to be taking him for my fifth pick over 37.5 points and rebounds. Now for my sixth and last pick, I'm going to go back to the points and assists category. I'm going to be going back to the Suns and OKC game. I'm going to be taking Chris Paul over 24.5 points and assists. Now, like I mentioned before or earlier in the video, there is going to be no DeAndre Ayton for this game for the Suns. Now, in the sixth game this season that Chris Paul has played without DeAndre Ayton in the lineup, he's gone over this line in all 6 games, averaging 27.4 points and assists. And also over the last 7 games, OKC is allowing the 4th most assists per game and 8th most points per game to opposing point guards. So Chris Paul seems to, step up his play, when DeAndre Ayton is missing. Also, as we know, the OKC Thunder, not really known to be a defensive team. They're just a very fast-paced team and try to outscore you. So I think this is a good matchup, for Chris Paul to step it up once again and be able to get us 25 points and assists. So that's going to be it for my top 6 picks of tonight's NBA slate of games. I'm going to be taking the over on all of my picks that I did mention. As always, if you agree with any of my plays, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. Also here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. Being that I have an odd number on my balance, I'm just going to be placing a $7.80 bet for the possibility of winning $195. So I'm going to go ahead and place that entry. And that's going to be it for today's video, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow.